It has been a what started out as a pretty damn good day got ruined real quick tonight. So,
The same
uh,
boat, my friend.
damn
As soon as we get
man.
done, matter of fact, I got some
some
business I
some.
got to deal with.
Oh no.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no.
That sucks. Joy. All right, guys. Well, with that, so we can get on with our horrible evenings. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Anime-Versal Reviews podcast here on the GenreVerse Podcast Network and YouTube channel, available on all your favorite podcast apps and your favorite YouTube. Give us a follow, give us a subscribe, thumbs up or down. Just let us know what's up, why the thumbs down, so we can attempt to make things better. If it's my hot takes and opinions, I can't do too much about that, but there's other things that we might be able to accommodate. I'm Kyle. That's Brian. Christine's taking a break. Like I said, it's been a rough evening, and but the show must go on. Usually, I am taking Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off next week. There's only two things I'm doing on those 3 days, and that's Eminence and Shadow and Andor. Last episode of Andor. Why am I mentioning Andor? We actually have a Star Wars show here on the channel, the Cantina, so more reasons to be subscribed or following. But this is Anime-Versal Reviews, AVR. You guys can catch our Chainsaw Man episode 6 reaction on AVR Squared here on this same channel on YouTube only, because who would want to listen to the reaction like on a podcast channel? That would be odd, but if you really want it, let me know. And here Brian and I are going to review Chainsaw Man episode 6, go in depth a little bit more, because god damn if this show just does not keep killing it. Brian, am I right?
You're 100% right.
What'd you think of episode 6,
It
man?
was glorious. I mean, this was just like a classic, almost Twilight Zone style horror episode. And
Do you want to know what the title? I've already titled the review. It's Chainsaw Man episode 6 review. You like how I'm sliding in one more keyword for SEO there? Chainsaw Man episode 6 review. It's like 1408 but worse.
yes.
I figured you'd get a kick out of that one. Keep going, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a great description. I mean, that's 1408 is exactly sort of what it reminded me of. Like I said, it had that Twilight Zone sort of atmosphere, and then not going into all the spoilers yet, but the idea of building doom and hopelessness within the characters, which caused them to turn on each other. That was sort of the meat of the episode, and
Mm-hmm.
that was all about it.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Some of the coolest little character moments. You get to really see the strengths and weaknesses. Some lore in this, a little bit about devils and the way they function and their rules, so to speak. And anytime you can build the world without dragging the story pacing down, bravo. And this is a case where they most certainly did that. Grades. I I gave it an A+. I really did. I loved this episode. I thought every little moment was fun, well executed. There was one what I think was questionable use of CGI movement, but it was so fleeting. It's like whatever. What'd you grade it?
A+. It's funny
Have
because
you had one that's not an A+
I think
yet?
I
I
had a
don't think.
few
I think I
A's.
had one.
I sorry, I'm checking my phone. Like I said,
No,
I had
you're
some
fine.
drama going on. I got some things I got to deal with. But yeah, I think I had a few A's. The series has consistently been A to A+.
Mhm.
I mean, we'll see at when it's all said and done, but this is on track to be like one of my favorite seasons of an anime series, period, ever.
Yeah.
This was a horror film condensed into 22 minutes. And yeah.
Wonderfully done. Better horror than Dachi was. That was just a freaking waste of time. I'm sorry if I'm insulting something you guys like, but that thing on Cartoon Network HBO Plus was just dumb. We just lost all our subscribers. No, let's go ahead and dig into the meat and potatoes of this. Get into some spoiler talk. The horror elements are right up front. I mentioned 1408, the whole, not just like a loop on the floor, but they can't even go through, from floor to floor. They've tried every angle you can imagine. The feeling of being trapped, the thoughts of starvation, like everything an anime would usually ignore while just saying, haha, you're trapped. No, they dug into it, and they dig into the way it affects affects the individuals differently. I love I love the moment with Power when she starts feeding off of the fear.
Yes, that was great.
From oh god, what's her name? Kobeni.
Yeah,
I love that stuff, man. Power's such a trip in this episode.
Yes.
When I mean this episode, all episodes. Yeah, man. Take us more through some of your...
Well, the escalation of the fear, first it becomes, okay, we can't get out. What do we do? Then it becomes, we're going to run out of food. We're going to starve. What's next? Then the realization that we're not only trapped on this floor, we're trapped in time. They're as far as we can tell, outside of this floor,
might not know jack shit.
We're trapped in this very specific second in time. And so, like I said, the continual build of the fear, and then everybody sort of at certain points doing what they can to try and figure out how to solve the problem, not being able to, splitting up, and as it escalated to the violence in the end, and Denji was just... every word was just amazing. From the, hey, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap, and then they're just like, he's sleeping. For
he's
him,
out.
He holds this for the entire episode. He's just chilling. But we've learned from this character. This is a character that has had nothing but, his life has been garbage. And so any sense of excitement or anything is fun for him because he's been at the bottom. And so he's just like, whatever, guys. Yeah, so we're trapped. Who cares?
This is a comfy bed.
This is fun. This is sort
I
of
don't
cool.
get to sleep in beds like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice bed. I might get to kiss this woman. I get to fight this demon, possibly. Hey, it's a good day.
Yeah, and that would be a better day than I had today. Devil included.
We'll definitely. I have a few moments we can talk afterwards because I'm curious now. But yeah.
So yeah, the whole horror for 1408 kind of thing was in my mind from the get-go. Once I kind of realized it was more than just a loop. But what I really liked, man, is what the kind of what the situation is on the inside. The devil itself, kind of the building is the devil, so to speak, and you can't just kill it. It feeds off the fear. It can get bigger. It's insane. It's creepy. It's grotesque. It's wonderful. And it wants Denji dead, which Denji kind of figures out towards the end. He's like, well, this thing's obviously afraid of me because it wants me dead and it won't kill me itself. And this is the eternity devil, which is insane, and that fits the whole kind of imagery, of course, but also the time loop and everything on the floor. So eternity stuck right there. I like the design. I like the angle of it, man. What do you think of this devil?
Yeah, and there's some cool imagery, like you said, with sort of the infinity symbol in one point, and everybody trying to figure out how do you
infinite mouth.
How do you defeat something like this? And then Denji's just like, I'm just gonna like make him hurt really bad. He's like, I'm just gonna chop him up. I can turn into a bunch of chainsaws. Like even that had me laughing. I was like, yeah, that might do it.
From the inside.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, it worked for Drax, sort of.
It does open up a whole new window into the power level of these devils and how things work, because I mean this is pretty insane as far as what this thing is capable of doing. And so
yeah,
now that opens up as far as later devils that we're going to deal with, like, okay, their powers are more than just that they can be big and eat you.
And we heard a little bit more about contracts in this. We learned that contracts mean something, and that there will be serious repercussions if you break that contract. And Eternity here's offering one. I'll let you guys go. Just kill me the chainsaw, or kill and hand me the Chainsaw Man. I always find those types of stories interesting. The devil went down the Georgium type things where people try to outwit their condemned souls or whatever contract they've made, and this seems to be a little different than those traditional sell your soul type moments. Although when Homer, okay, so it's just my camera. So give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep talking. I love that episode when
but you weren't recording. I was about to be like, what?
No, I'm good. When Homer sells his soul for a donut. That's like one of my favorite. But when it comes to this particular world and Denji, and there's my camera. It's back on.
I was about to say, I'm halfway through my water. I don't know how much longer I can go.
And now I just got to get the damn thing to focus on me. And there it goes off again. I'll figure it out. If you guys can't see me, it'll be okay. There we go. I dig the whole contract thing with the world building, and it makes me wonder, what are the contracts with the Fox Devil, and what are the contracts with the other lady's ghost hand and stuff like that. Like I don't have to know, but the fact is that this show has created the desire to headcanon things. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever played any of the Shin Megami Tensei Persona games?
I mean, I played, God, was it 2 or 3? Persona 2 or 3, the second or third one, and then I played some of 5.
Because they're
not my bag, baby.
I'm into the series, and like they're very long, RPGs, 100+ hours a piece. But this was reminding me of that because there's the contracts and the demons and all that stuff, and just sort of the idea that yes, they're your enemies, but they can also be your allies, and you can make deals with them, and they could be part of your team. And so this was giving me a lot of those vibes.
Yeah, I get that as I'm trying to look up freaking characters.
You probably played 3. That 3 was a very popular one. 3 was good.
I think that's the one that I played. Yeah. I guess carry on from there now that my brain's had kind of a brain fart. Aki, man, and Kobeni, Kobeni, right? My Japanese vowels can be off when my brain is like this, and or not just the vowels but the pronunciation. That her breakdown, dude, was freaking great to watch. I love how it was animated. They did, we always talk about how important eyes are in real life, and how wonderful it is when anime can really do something with eyes other than just make them big and colorful. You think of Miyamoto-chan, you think of moments with Dr. Stone, the eyes here, absolutely. And they just did such a good job with her breakdown, and while she comes off as really weak, I was kind of like, oh, how'd you become a devil hunter? And then she explains how and why, and I'm just like, oh, okay. why is there no like admin office job for her?
Yeah. I love that. And I think I mentioned it last week, the fact that the show really does go out of its way to give you the backstories of all the characters and make everybody feel important. I mean, this is an episode, and I'm not a smoker. I've never been a smoker, but it gives this whole backstory using cigarettes as sort of part of the storyline.
Yeah.
And it does it in a very clever way. And I was just very impressed with the storytelling aspect of how they wove that in to, the characters. And
so what's funny, and I'm sure I've told the story, and I told it on our reaction. I don't remember if you've ever heard it specifically, but the night I started smoking, or morning is technically, Iraq, turned 21, had an awful mission. You guys can go check out my my talk on 86 part 1 to hear some stories about that. But my roommate, nicknamed Hollywood, brought me out, was like, dude, you need something to help you calm. Gave me a drink of water and a cigar, and then that was it. I was a smoker, and this was a little bit different, but still in that same way of a friend reaching out to another friend with this death stick. But for a very, very specific reason, and I dug that. There was a little bit of a connection that I got to have there. Aki had trauma. It wasn't necessarily as recent as what I was dealing with, but oh Jesus, sorry.
Yeah, as far as smoking and stuff, no judgment. I'm drinking my water.
Yeah, I mean,
people they have their vices.
Yeah, and I quit in 09, of course. I only smoked for 3 years ish, and I dug how there's this amazing anime with these ridiculous fantastical beings and setting, but it is one of the most down-to-earth, heartfelt, grounded, just perfectly executed shows I've seen in a long time.
It has that thing we always talk about that we want in all of our entertainment, heart.
Yeah,
and it has it. And based on the promos for it and what we knew it was going to be, I was like, it's going to be cool. There's going to be a bunch of loud music and blood and gore. And I'm down. I'm all about it. But I did not know that the show was going to have heart.
Did not. It's almost as like how Christine and I thought Classroom of the Elite was going to be like this, high school dramedy, and then it's just like, no, we're going down to the depths of hell here. I love it. Chainsaw Man. I don't really have anything else on this episode. Did you, Brian?
No. Just real briefly, sort of towards the end, the sequence when Aki was stabbed, and that was a really powerful sequence.
I love that. And when I got onto the side story about smoking and stuff, my whole brain kind of and I love that moment. That was a real shocking moment, because it looks like he's rearing up to be able to smack, punch her, get her out of the way, stop it. You start wondering if Hinome, Hibane, the other girl with the patch. Sorry guys, I'm, like I said, names, mouth, brain, no worky. You figure something's gonna stop her. Something's gonna stop Kenobi.
The character in my mind is just like, it's like Denji, Aki, Patch Makima. Woman, Hot Boss, like this. He's
I love that. I try at least. But yeah, I thought, and then he gets stabbed, and he gives like this, it doesn't matter, this guy's going to help me hunt down the gun devil, and for that I'll give my life, which kind of, it makes me wonder, how much of that is faith that Aki has, and how much of that might be things Makima has told him. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, man? Do you really think it's as simple as Denji said he wanted to kill the gun devil? Because I mean, if you're dead yourself, Aki, you don't even know if the gun devil's dead.
The show has started to become, at least this far, it was 6 episodes in. It's Aki's show. I don't know if you're getting that vibe, but like
bit, yes.
It's turning. It seems to be a lot more focused on him because he has sort of that storyline of we're getting his flashbacks, his quest, everything that Denji is attached to, he is as well. And so I'm starting to get that vibe, which I'm cool with. I'm very much into the character. So yeah.
That whole and the whole reason why I think there's more to it of why he stopped her really is, the devil wanting Denji dead. I think that's a clue that Denji is, and I'm sure we may have missed something watching these episodes, some clue out there. Someone in the comments on the reaction side, AVR squared, keeps saying City Mouse, Country Mouse is very important to this, and I can see some of those aspects between Aki and Patchley, as you said. I know the name, I just can't get it out.
I was about to say a bad word, but I was like, she's really bad blank. Like, she's just cool,
dude. Oh yeah, she's badass. Oh, you can say
I didn't know what you had to censor.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to watch the f bombs, and personally, guys, we say them relentlessly. Yes. It's just the algorithm and monetization.
Go to my YouTube channel if you want to hear f bomb.
So yeah, dude, she's a bad bitch. Yeah. She is 100%. That scene, man, and Denji being like, okay, you know what, enough games, fine, I'll do it myself.
And even like thing, I said, he's at a point where, like I said, he's been so low that he just doesn't. He's just along for the ride, and he's cool with it. Because even in his mind, and he sort of verbalizes it, he's like, he may lose and die. And he's just like, whatever. He's like, I've had a cool run.
Yeah, I got to eat jam on toast.
That's me, and I got to have a moment with power and
touch a boob, get a kiss.
That office scene, and he's like, I think that set him up forever. He's like, that was
good. I could die now. Love it. Cannot wait until next Tuesday. I'm usually not one to root for time passing faster, but for this series, holy shit. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us on this one. Please do hit that red subscribe button here on the GenreVerse Podcast Network. It's white right now because of the dark theme, whatever the hell I've got going on Chrome. Yeah, Chrome. Great shows. AVR squared, holding down anime, Marvel Multiverse Mayhem. It's kind of up in limbo on how because of Nick's schedule right now, but hey, that's there. The Cantina does Star Wars news and reviews, finishing up Andor this week and next, and of course Daily Cog and Breaking Geek Radio, covering everything else you can imagine in geek and pop culture entertainment. All of the and genre shot trailer reactions, all of the reviews and podcasts, even interviews every now and then that we get. Most of those go on the LRM YouTube channel, but all the audio stuff, or all the things that are in audio, wherever you get your podcast from, so you can take us on the go without having to be distracted by our ugly mugs, except my wife, who is absolutely gorgeous, and Jonesy, he's a pretty handsome dude. So you guys can check him out on Breaking Geek Radio. LRMonline.com every day for all entertainment news, needs, opinions, celebrity interviews, written reviews, leaks and rumors, and more. Brian, tell them about your YouTube channel.
Yeah, go check it out. It's called PulpMythos. Give me a subscribe. Check out some of the early content. That's the stuff that's going to be coming back, and you'll hear a lot of F words if you listen to any of the
Brian is not caring about the algorithm.
And, no, but that's going to change. But yeah,
it's all good. Yeah, you guys can see down here a lot of really great classics and some real niche type things to get into. So yeah, check it all out, and definitely do subscribe to PulpMythos. Link in the description box if you can't be bothered to type, which I know a lot of people can't be bothered
One
to
word.
type these days. Word. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.